Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back to the Art House. I got a fun video today. We've been doing a lot of auctions over the past several months, doing a lot of marathon auctions, literally around the clock for many months, every night, 8 p.m. to 8 p.m., 24 hours around the clock every single day of the week. So we've been auctioning off sample cards, and then every so often, as I get original paintings, either directly from the artist or from community members looking to resell or having to sell for whatever reason, we've had some awesome opportunities for original paintings, and also some other special projects that I do with artists that I work with or represent in some way. To do hand embellished prints and other crossover concept type ideas, some really fun, exciting ideas. And I work with a lot of the artists. I have a Patreon, so I thank you very much to all the guys and gals that support me through Patreon. It really helps me provide a lot of free content to the broader community, but also absorb some of the costs and expenses to do the upkeep of my time, my equipment, all the different things, the logistics, the packaging materials, all the time and cost that goes into shipping and running kind of like an auction service, and just a sales service. It's not all just auctions. There's private sales and all types of things. And recently, I wanted to kind of revector a little bit. There's 22 ordinary cards here, which I'm going to show, and I'm doing like a bulk sale offer. Often, what I do on special projects or limited offerings from time to time is I offer priority to Patreon supporters. And sometimes I'll do that first, and then I will offer more broadly to the public. Sometimes I will offer that through the Discord initially. People that follow and are active in the community in the Discord, there's about 400, a little over 400 members or so, I believe currently. And then I'll open it up to the Facebook group, where I have about 1,400 people in my primary Facebook group. And then I also have an Artist Proof and Altars group, and a original art market group. So multiple Facebook groups. Not everybody's on Facebook, not everybody's on Discord, not everybody's in the Patreon. So I try to do it equitably. I try to create value for people to support me through Patreon, and I'll offer priority for that for limited series products and special commissions with the artists that I work with, and that's oftentimes hand embellished prints. We did a hand embellished print series of 10 copies of the Philosopher's Stone that sold out immediately, I think within a day or two. We did the 4 elemental avatars, and I still have 2 complete sets of those if anybody's interested. And what else? We're doing a whole Alchemy 9 series, which is super exciting. So there's going to be custom hand embellished prints of the mix cards and of the gems, or core cards as they call them now, from Melissa Benson. So that's going to be super excited. A lot of the guys are looking to collect the full set of the Alchemy 9, as they call it, which is the Philo Stone, the 4 gems, and the 4 mix cards, to have that display of 9 of the most iconic artworks in Sorcery to display. But anyway, what I'm showing here in the video is I'm going to go through I think we have 22 ordinary rarity sample cards. So rather than just continuing to auction those day after day in the Facebook group and Discord, I wanted to offer those more broadly. It'll be first come, first serve. You can contact me through private message on YouTube, through Facebook Messenger. Michael Servati, or Mike Servati is my name on Facebook. You could find me in the Facebook group that I run, or in the Discord, Collector Art House, right? So anywhere through the family of Collector Art House Media, always accessible. So just reach out if any of these pique your interest. And they are each being offered at $200 plus shipping, which varies based on location, but is fairly inexpensive relatively. So yeah, I thought that would be a more efficient way to do this as a special offer. We'll still have auctions for exceptional, elite, and unique rarity sample cards coming up, maybe more so on the weekends. And like I say, a lot of projects going on with artists. There's going to be more original paintings to come, both from community members and from the artists themselves that still haven't sold. So a lot of opportunity. Please make sure you're following the channel so you get those notifications, because things come through all the time through the Collector Art House family of platforms, and trying to get the word out as best I can. But like I say, everybody's on different platforms, so sometimes it's difficult to reach everybody at the same time. And I'd hate for anyone that's into these various products and collecting to miss on those opportunities. All right, so let's get into it. I've organized these, I think, alphabetically. by artist and group them by artist. And as I go through, I just kind of wanted to, the lighting's a little difficult because when you have natural lighting and you have these I have these penny sleeves within top loaders, so there's a little glare, but I want to, preserve them in as best condition as possible. So doing the best I can here to protect these and still display them nicely. So the Belmont Longbowman, this is the first series is going to be by Andrea Modesti. Beautiful artwork here, shows his really ornate style with the soldier gear and kind of the fields he does. He's done some of the basic lands, and these are all of his are really beautiful sample cards. All right, so we got the Longbowman, we got the Petrosian Cavalry, and now a distinction here, right? So where you see the clear penny sleeves or anything that's non-yellow, some of these are in like black penny sleeves. The ones that are in yellow are from the pre-constructed decks. All others, for the most part, I believe, are from silver packs. So the ones that are from the pre-con decks, we believe to be a little more rare because those pre-con decks were only given out to so many social media YouTubers, social influencers on YouTube to promote the product and whatnot, and some decided to sell, right? So a lot of guys, or at least like, a handful or so I know, collect both the silver pack version and the pre-constructed deck version. It's kind of like a fun thing to do. They're somewhat nuanced, there's slight variation on the back side. You'll see like a different saturation of blue is sometimes discernible in the Sorcery logo on the back side of these, like right here is what I'm talking about. This one's going to be covered because it's in a sleeve, but sometimes you'll see a slightly different color saturation there in the blue. I think maybe the roundness of the cut might be slightly different, which is kind of interesting. It's very subtle, so it's hard to make that out. But I think they were experimenting with roundness, and that's like something you would do in test prints. There's opportunity to decide how rounded you want those to be. A lot of games use square cut cards or a more subtle rounding. Sorcery is a little different with a little bit more of an aggressive rounding. So you got some slight nuances like that. It's very subtle. Sometimes you're going to make them out side by side. There's been some guys that have analyzed it under a microscope, and you can really then see like the pigmentation or the print DPI differences. So it's a nuanced way of collecting. If you want to get a set of the two, there's a few opportunities that you'll see in here. All right, so that's it for Andrea Modesti. Then we get into a subset or a little lot here of Drew Tucker artwork, and Drew Tucker is one of the big famous Magic the Gathering Alpha artist, so it's really cool that he's working on Sorcery Alpha here. So we have Cave Trolls. We have a couple copies. These are not from the pre-con decks, just a couple duplicate copies here of Entangled Terrain. Really nice, intricate artwork by Drew there. The Fey Changeling, which is a hilarious card. I did a little short on this one, a video short, where you have like the guy stealing the baby and replacing it with the monster in the crib. So that's pretty hilarious. I love that card. A lot of flavor. Common Sense is a popular one. I had a few copies of these. The others have sold, so this is the last copy of Common Sense. And then, all right, so that's it for Drew. We got a Jeff Menges, Ogre Goons. Really cool, flavorful card. It says, these ordinary monsters are out of control. I love that type line. These goons must attack an enemy if able, so they can't help themselves but attack the enemy. So that's the last one I have from Jeff. Really cool. Matt Thames. All right. So I have very few from Matt. It might be only these two. Yeah. So of the ordinaries from Matt, the Tough Turtles, I have 2 copies of those. Pretty interesting. Kind of camouflage turtle here. Settling into terrain. It's got this beautiful river in the background that I feel like is underappreciated art. So Matt did the river cards in the game. And this Tough Turtles, fits perfectly, naturally in a water deck. It's a water element type, right? So there's 2 of those. Jussie Pilkus, commissioned for Sorcery for his line work, and you see that coming up very prevalently here with the Swamp Buffalo. That's pretty cool. An ordinary beast of ponderous proportions. All right, 1 card from Lindsay Crumet. The last one I have, Scarecrow. A gaunt and ragged ordinary relic. So a lot of guys like to collect the relics because they can be universally used in any deck. So they may see higher meta play, meta relevancy, and play in the game. You have the 1 card I have left because the lands went quickly from Mikhail. So this is Mikhail Nagipal, Black Scorpions. Really nice artwork there. Beautiful use of color. or lighting, in the background, and then in the 4 you have the scorpions. All right, Truett Parish, really old school looking artwork, which is interesting because Truett's such a young guy. So Border Militia, ordinary magic to defend our motherland. Really cool, classic looking card. All right, Vasily Ermolayev. I think we have a few from Vasily here. So we have the Muck Lampreys. Oh, that's it, actually. 2 copies of the Muck Lampreys. The last I have from Vasily at the moment. So, sometimes more cards come through, but, there's not a lot out there. So it's kind of hit or miss. Definitely after Kickstarter fulfillment, we'll be doing more pack breaks. That was a lot of fun. We did a break, a few weeks back, and then we had the massive sale of the Philosopher's Stone. Huge success there. Super iconic, amazing card. All right, so that's the Azurage Caravan. Now we're getting into cards by the great Vincent Pompetti. Again, one of my favorite artists, great guy. We have the Sea Serpent. All right, so another opportunity here where if you'd like, you could have the Sea Serpent from both the pre-con deck here on the right and on the left, the silver pack version. So we got a set of those. We have the Sandworm from Vincent and 2 copies of the Sandworm. All right, so that's it. There's 22 cards in total. You saw a few duplicates, nice variety of artists. And again, it's going to be first come, first serve. So I'm going to announce this in a Discord, and then I'll post it to the Facebook group. Just reach out to me. It'd be $200 plus shipping. If you want to group cards, obviously it'll just be one shipping price. It's easy to ship several cards. Sometimes people that want to wait for future auctions of the higher end cards that are still going to be auctioned, like at the exceptional, elite, and unique realm, they'll pay for the card and then have me hold the cards, and then I'll ship them in the future. No problem doing that, so people can save on shipping, or if they intend to buy some artwork that's coming or whatever the case may be, certainly open to that. Just let me know and we'll work it out. But that's it for today, guys. So if you're interested, again, first come, first serve, reach out to me. We'll sell the ordinaries. There'll be more opportunities for exceptional, elite, and uniques via auction. I'm working with a lot of the artists for artist proof cards. So there'll be opportunities to get signed, sketched, painted artist proof cards. There's going to be hand embellished prints, original paintings, potentially a signature service. I'm working out the logistics of there and thinking about building out a unique and creative way to try to hit your local communities and create an efficient way to do signature service with artists. So I think that'll be a lot of fun. And let me see. I'm going to focus on content. I mentioned this in some of my previous videos. I got a couple behind the art features in the work for my Collector Art House website. There's going to be an interview. I'm working on an interview. I have the details. The ball's in my court to get that written up. Just got to take the time and work through that. Try to do that justice to really represent the artist well. And just stay tuned. If you want to join the Patreon, great. I greatly appreciate that. There's opportunities at all different tiers and different value propositions across those tiers. If you think it makes sense for you, thank you very much. That's always linked in my videos. And then all types of free content and services, right? I got the Discord, Collector Art House Discord. Again, all these are always linked in the description of my videos. You got the Facebook group, 1,400 plus people there. I post every single day there. Get a lot of content and updates out about Sorcery. Of course, you're on the Collector Art House YouTube channel, so please sub, like, comment in the videos. That really helps the algorithm. It helps it grow. It helps get the word out on Sorcery. And what else? Other Facebook groups, Artist Proofs and Altars Facebook group. So I'm going to be doing altars with some of the artists that specialize in that. I'm going to be doing artist proofs, and they'll be offered through those platforms, through the Collector Art House Discord, through my Patreon, potentially through the websites. So multiple avenues to get in on that. And the original art group, there's almost 400 people in that group as well. So I've been running auctions in the larger fan page and marketplace group because there's 1,400 people there. But after release, I want to kind of diversify and focus in interest areas where people have interest in certain products. So you don't get a deluge or like a big mix of mixed content. And then perhaps I can use the fan page more for content and getting the word out about, state of the market type information, what's going on with the game, spoilers, insights. I do lives on the YouTube channel, so I'm looking to do more lives with artists. So a lot of really fun stuff to come. But first things first. If you're interested in a sale, just reach out. Happy to work with you. Appreciate your interest as always, guys. Again, please like, subscribe, comment, share the channel. Let's get the word out there on Sorcery. And I thank you for your time and interest. All right, take care, everybody.